Imagine a battlefield where the deadliest weapon isn't a missile, isn't a gun. It's information. A pilot who sees the enemy before the enemy even knows they're being watched. That's not science fiction. That's the modern combat helicopter. And in the next 8 minutes, you're gonna see exactly how machines built decades ago got a digital brain transplant, turning them into the most lethal aircraft in the sky today. Stick around, because the last helicopter on this list is so advanced, it was almost too dangerous to build.
Let's rewind. Helicopters earned their stripes the hard way, in the mud and chaos of Korea, then in the jungles of Vietnam. Back then, flying was pure instinct. No screens, no sensors, just a pilot, a stick, and raw nerve. Fast forward to today, and that same airframe philosophy has been rebuilt from the inside out. The battlefield changed, so the aircraft had to change with it. Welcome to the era of digital battlefield integration, where every helicopter isn't just a flying machine, it's a flying computer.
First up, the legend, the Apache Longbow. What makes this helicopter terrifying isn't just its firepower, it's what sits right above the rotor blades, a radar dome that can scan dozens of targets simultaneously, day or night, through rain, smoke, or dust. The crew doesn't need to see the enemy with their own eyes anymore. The sensors do it for them. That distinctive mast-mounted radar isn't decoration. It's the Apache's superpower. It lets the aircraft detect threats before exposing itself, popping up just long enough to scan, then vanishing again. In modern warfare, survivability isn't about armor. It's about information. And the Longbow has more of it than almost anything else in the sky.
Now, not every helicopter is built to hunt. Some are built to carry, support, and adapt, and even they've gone digital. Take the Black Hawk. Originally a troop transport, it's now a shapeshifter. Medevac, special ops insertion, electronic warfare, all powered by upgraded avionics that let it slot into almost any mission profile a commander throws at it. Then there's the Chinook, the heavy lifter. The one that hauls artillery, vehicles, and entire squads across mountains other aircraft can't touch. Old school in looks, but under the hood, fly-by-wire assisted controls and modernized cockpits that turn a decades-old design into something that can still outlift almost anything built today. This is the quiet revolution nobody talks about. It's not always about building new helicopters. Sometimes it's about giving old legends a digital second life. Here's the problem with all this new tech. You can't just hand a pilot a joystick and hope for the best. So how do you train someone to fight a war with equipment this advanced? Simulators. Full motion, high fidelity, practically indistinguishable from reality simulators. Pilots rehearse split-second decisions, engine failure, missile lock, night landings in a sandstorm hundreds of times before they ever risk it for real. It's not just about learning the buttons, it's about muscle memory for chaos. And in a fight where hesitation costs lives, that training might matter more than the aircraft itself. While the Apache and Black Hawk dominate headlines, the Royal Navy has been quietly running its own digital transformation. Start with the Lynx, once crowned the world's fastest production helicopter, built for speed most people wouldn't associate with military aircraft. Then the Sea King Mark 7, a name that sounds vintage but functions like anything but. Loaded with modern radar and battle management systems, it became one of the fleet's sharpest airborne early warning assets. And finally, the Merlin, arguably the most agile of the bunch, engineered for anti-submarine warfare and search and rescue, with handling that lets it operate in conditions that would ground lesser aircraft. 3 very different helicopters, one shared mission: bring naval aviation into the digital age. And now, the one you've been waiting for. The Comanche wasn't an upgrade, it was a reinvention. Designed from the ground up for stealth, with a shape meant to slip past radar instead of reflecting it.
Fly-by-wire controls replaced manual hydraulics, giving pilots precision that felt more like flying a video game than piloting a machine. Integrated sensors fed data directly into the cockpit, turning the pilot into a node in a much bigger digital network. It was, on paper, the most advanced helicopter ever designed. A glimpse of what the next generation of combat aviation was supposed to look like. From Korea's muddy airfields to stealth-shaped, sensor-fused machines, the story of the combat helicopter is really the story of information becoming the ultimate weapon. The rotor blades haven't changed much, but what's happening inside the cockpit? That's a different war entirely. If this kind of military tech deep dive is your thing, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started.